Hello. For those who are familiar with this channel, who are always here with me, welcome back. And for those new people, I welcome you too. Welcome to this channel. My name is Elece. I'm a native of Zimbabwe who have lived in the Western world for more than 25 years, particularly in America. On my channel, I talk about different cultures. I come from a very, very different culture from the Western world. And there's a lot of things that I have faced, from anything to anything, from weather. Like, you can check my video about weather. You can check it right after this, or you can check the video about the different protocols that we do when we are serving a meal. You can check other videos like that on this channel. But today I want to talk to you again in particular about meals, because this seems to be like a big topic in every society, I think everywhere you go. It's a huge topic, because wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you are going to be at some point wanting to eat something. So my first day arriving here, not my very first day, but it was, I think, after 2 weeks or so after I arrived in the nation, and I had to visit my in-laws to be, and I was received, and we went home, and my mother-in-law prepared a meal. She was, first of all, she was asking me, what do you want? What do you want to eat? What do you, and to me, those questions were not familiar, because usually we don't ask people too much, like, what do you eat? What do you want to eat? I guess it was because, we were all from the same place, and usually everybody knows the meals that we eat. So if it is not that, is that, and if it's not that, is that, and if not that, is that. Kind of like everybody's familiar with the meals. So I wasn't familiar with those questions, and to me, I didn't know how to answer that question. So I said anything. And she prepared. It wasn't like something unfamiliar. She prepared. But there was something very unfamiliar to me with that meal. It was a big bowl of meatballs, and it was a big bowl of chicken wings, and then another bowl in the middle of rice. And she put on the table, and I thought, wow, that's a lot of food. So I was thinking, in our culture, again, people, when a guest comes, sometimes neighbors or other people, family members, they are told who and who came, and friends, whatever you name it, they are told. And sometimes people, they pop up, they want to greet you, and when meal is served, everybody kind of join into the meal and everybody eat. So I thought there's more people coming for this meal, because to me this meal was extremely huge. It was a lot of food. There were 4 people, and I thought definitely there's other people coming. So she called everybody, come and eat, come and eat. That's my mother-in-law. And the people who were there was me, my husband, my brother-in-law to be, and my mother-in-law to be. And we sat on the table, and I thought, wow, is this meal just for us? And people started eating, and people ate, and they ate, and they ate. And the bowls started going down and down and down. And I'm watching, and I started getting a little surprise, like, wow, this food is going. This is what it is. This food is pretty much being eaten out. And before I know it, I don't know how many minutes into it, those bowls were empty. And by then, I think I had taken maybe 1 chicken wing, 1 meatball, I think, and I ate. And I still remember today like it was today, because I was shocked. I didn't know people eat, especially meat, because in my country, in Zimbabwe in particular, and I think it's most of African nations, meat is not the main meal. Whereas in America, meat is like the bulk of your plate meal, and then the other stuff. To us, meat is the smallest most of the time. I would say most of the time. We have our starch, which is the cornmeal sadza, that you are going to learn about in this channel again. And then we have the vegetables. We are always having vegetables on our tables. And we have different types of vegetables. Here they call them greens, but we have greens in different names and different types. So you can have one of the other, but every single day almost everyone have the vegetables. And the other thing too, because people in their gardens, you can also watch my video that talks about the typical gardens in Zimbabwe. We have all kinds of things in those gardens. There's vegetables, there's tomatoes, all kinds of things inside there. So people, they pretty much go to the garden and grab something and they come and cook. So I was very surprised, shocked to see that much meat was consumed. Even though I knew I liked meat too, and it's always like a treat to us when we get meat, especially me who grew up in the country. We had the animals and everything, but it's not like you get to slaughter a chicken or a cow or a goat every single time. So the time when we get it, it was like a big feast we eat, but we knew that it wasn't every day. And then in the times you get maybe once a week or twice a week, it's very small portions. And I didn't know how to handle this. And for people who be traveling, going to other nations, of course, if you are going to be in a hotel or whatever, you might be given a very large portion of this kind of, but again, it could be much more smaller than the portions that you are given here, because the portions in general, they are more smaller than the portions here. So when you are given the meat, it might also be in a smaller portion, much more smaller than here. And it's not unusual. It's not because they didn't want to give you meat. It's just the way how it is. And that's what I always say about cultural things. There's nothing, there's no good, there's no bad, there's no wrong, there's no right. It's just what it is. It's what people have been practicing, and that's their ways. And that's what we call culture. And this culture in the way of consuming a lot of meat is how people are. That's the way they do, and it's all perfectly fine. It's just that when you travel, you might want to be aware that other people, they don't do it that way. That's all. The only reason why I talk about it is because sometimes myself, I didn't know. I was offered, and it was okay for me to eat a little bit of that. But sometimes, how about if it is the other way, where you are not offered as much as you expected to be offered? That can be some kind of an issue, because you are used to have so much and suddenly it's not there. So this is what I have today about our culture, surprises and cultural differences that we face in different places. And if you haven't subscribed, which is very important, please do so and share the video, because if you know other people, if you are enjoying this, you might know other people who can also enjoy, and not only enjoy but also benefit from it, learning about different cultures and also how to prepare yourself for being in other places and in other cultures. So subscribe, hit the notification button so we can send you more videos, and share. And if you really like it, push also the like button. We appreciate that. And comments are very important, because we can know what you want, what we can share more and more. So we'll be talking more about these things. We'll be going into different places, countries, and talk about maybe the biggest culture shocks. So enjoy. Thank you so much for coming. See you next time. Bye bye.